Hello, my loves. Welcome to our Kali Ma week here on the channel. I'm going to take a moment before we start talking about the energy of this week and how you can connect more closely with the Kali Oracle and the goddess Kali on your journey this week. I want to take a moment to connect in with your energy if you're choosing to participate in this workshop experience this week. So I'm just going to close my eyes, put my hands in prayer position at my heart. You can join me in this practice if you want. I'm just going to do a nice gentle inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, disconnecting from the stresses of our daily life, connecting in with the wisdom of the sacred feminine, the energy of our higher self, the Divine Mother, the energy of Ma Kali, the energy of our ancestors, and the energy of the elements here, setting an intention together that for this week we will concentrate on building and growing our relationship and connection with Kali Ma and the sacred feminine through the Kali Oracle and the Kali Oracle Pocket Edition by Alana Fairchild. I want you to take a moment here to feel your spirit, your energy. Just notice how your energy looks, feels, and is in this space here. And then I want you to reach out and feel for Kali Ma's energy. If this feels scary or a little difficult, just pretend and imagine what Kali's energy would look like. And feel for your energy connecting with hers here. We're creating and crafting sacred space with our goddess, Kali Ma. Allowing this week to be a week of connection to our spiritual practice, to the sacred feminine and our higher self, and a week for awareness and growth. And when you feel ready, you can gently release the prayer position at heart and open your eyes. It's such an honor and a privilege to be sharing this space with you for this journey of this week. If you are choosing to participate at the fullest extent, you will see that I have updated further down the road reviews of both the Kali Oracle and the Pocket Edition of the Kali Oracle for you to watch and acquaint yourself with. This video is your tutorial for the week. I'm going to discuss the main theme that I drew from the Kali Oracle for us that we are exploring this week in our card work. I'm going to give you your homework here. Their first half of the week's homework, the final card spread for the end of our week together will be a video that uploads on Friday. And there will be the final spread that you can step into either on Friday itself or over Saturday and Sunday when you feel ready to leave the sacred workspace of this kind of intensive experience with the Kali Oracle. But for this video, there will be 2 card spreads and an encouragement to sit and journey with a specific card as you have time for this week. A little brass tacks information. I am going to encourage you to do daily draws as you move throughout the 5 and/or 7 days of your practice with the Kali Oracle. You may find that you prefer to use the Pocket Edition of the Kali Oracle as a blessing card for you each day. But if you are able to spend time and journal with a card draw each day for what you need to know, for a message Ma Kali may have for you, and you have time to sit with the guidebook, please feel affirmed to do daily draws from the Kali Oracle as well. Perhaps you do one or the other, or maybe you mix it up as you have time and availability as you're moving through the week. The Pocket Edition of the Kali Oracle, as I said in the updated reviews, is very much like a straight shot of tequila. The Kali Oracle Original Edition is very much that beautiful glass of Prosecco that you want to sit and enjoy and take your time with, if we were to equate these with alcoholic beverages. can apply that wherever that feels appropriate for you. But the Kali Oracle with the guidebook really does require an investment of some time and energy. The pocket edition is going to just give you that really quick affirmation and message from Ma Kali for you as you move throughout your day, with that beautiful artwork to kind of hold in your mind's eye as a touchstone to come back to as you move throughout your day, or as you honor the end of your day if you're someone who likes to draw cards at night. If you are using the Kali Oracle, I would encourage you to journal a little bit about your intuitive hit from the card, and also what sticks out to you from Alana Fairchild's guidebook. Now, as I said in the further down the road review for the Kali Oracle, which I'll have the links for all of these videos below, and there's also a playlist available, so you have easy access to this information. But as I said in that video, when it comes to doing daily draws with the guidebook, really focus as you're reading on what sticks out for you that you want to, what sticks out for you that feels like it resonates for your current experience, or that really intuitively feels like it applies for you as you're moving through the day. Don't feel overwhelmed by the amount of information in the guidebook. Focus on what feels like it applies to you, and focus on what resonates for you. There are 2 card spreads to complete at the beginning of this week, and we're going to go over those in a few minutes once I finish discussing the theme for our week with Kali Ma. And you can take your time with those spreads. I encourage leaving them out, laying them out, letting the card spreads sit overnight, journaling, walking away from a spread, coming back to it the next day, seeing what new awarenesses arise. Specifically because we are working with the Kali Oracle, don't feel like you are not able to reference your guidebook when it comes to interpreting the spread positions. Reference that guidebook, read that guidebook, sit with the information within that guidebook, and see how it matches up and lines up with your own intuition. This deck, both of these decks are really very much spiritual path, spiritual evolution, and physical journey decks. They're not so much meant to be divinatory. They're not rife with occult symbolism. These are decks that are meant to inform your spiritual journey, to be messages from the divine, and to encourage and support you on your path. So try and approach the decks, that way this week. Don't overwhelm yourself with feeling like you have to intuitively know everything about the card that you've drawn. There are a lot of cards especially in the original Kali Oracle, and you do need to read the guidebook in order to get the most out of these cards. And I have been working with the Kali Oracle since it came out, and I still reference the guidebook every time I draw from it personally for myself. So please don't be hard on yourself about that. Okay, that being said, let's move into the energy of this week and our journey with Ma Kali. Now, the card that I drew this morning was Baglamukti. Very specifically, she represents divine intervention. She cleanses and clears us of negativity. She removes toxic dynamics. This includes relationships, friendships, experiences with others that have served their purpose and are no longer healthy for us. She literally, part of her name and her definition is literally, she pulls the tongues out of demons. So she removes the power from that which would seek to do harm. So her work is literally protective and preventative in nature. And she's very much present to help us find enough self-worth within ourselves to no longer accept, and I did write this down for myself, toxic, undermining, negative energies in our life. She also helps us to cut out the ways that we are cruel to ourselves. And she tackles unhelpful, toxic shame. She helps us to see that we need to believe that we are worthy of our unique destiny. And she offers us the wisdom of not being afraid to affirm our right to thrive. This is a very, very intense medicine, but Ma Kali is an intense goddess. So I was not expecting something to be hearts and flowers coming from her. However, the message within Baglamukti for us as a group, as we journey through this intensive week with Ma Kali and the Kali Oracle, as well as the Kali Oracle Pocket Edition, is that she is protecting us and she is guiding us on this journey. She is here to help us stop being harsh towards ourselves and to also cut away, clear away, burn away any dynamics or experiences or relationships in our life or chapters of our life that are toxic and that no longer serve us. So this is a week where we're going to be getting to the heart of the matter about how we hold ourselves back, how we can demean ourselves. And it's also going to bring with it an awareness of what needs to be cleared away and what no longer serves us on our journey. I found it fascinating that Baglamukti was the goddess, the face of Kali Ma that came forward to walk with us this week, because so much of my work with clients over the last few months has had a lot to do about cutting away and clearing away energetic cords with people whose energy has become toxic for us, or with the way in which a connection has become toxic for us. And so this is very much an affirmation that there is a time for clearing and there's a time for removing toxicity. And as we engage in that energy, as we work with Kali to clear away these things that no longer serve us, that's when we allow ourselves to move forward into the next chapter of our story. So whether we feel stagnant, stuck, afraid, unsure of ourselves, knowing that we need something to change but not clear on what that is, Baglamukti can really guide us in the clearing away that allows us to then be able to be really tapped into and connected to our life purpose, our own personal healing work, and then our presence and the way that that can positively affect others in our lives or that we come into contact with. So there's this beautiful, protective, loving, clearing energy that Baglamukti brings with her that we will be walking with as we move through the energy of this week. Very, very important to me is how she helps us to cut away the ways in which we are cruel to ourselves. Oftentimes we are crueler to ourselves than any other person could be. And Baglamukti is going to help us get clarity on the root causes of that negative self-talk and to be able to shift that into a space that's more supportive and that believes in our worth and value and what we bring to the table. And honestly, on our paths, there are times when things just need to be cut away, to end, to stop, in order for us to step into the next chapter. And Baglamukti very much carries that energy. She's a fierce cutting away, a clearing away. This isn't about accepting what is. This is about engaging in and with our willpower to cut away what no longer serves us. So you're going to find that you'll be exploring that in different ways as you move through the energy of this week. I also found it interesting in the general information section of the guidebook, which you may want to give yourself a refresher of, just a quick reread of that introduction from Alana for Kali. At the beginning of the guidebook, if you have time for that this week, it's really, really beautiful introduction that she offers. But she says that Kali is fierce Sophia. She is God, but more so that which precedes what most people conceive God to be. And she can overcome any darkness because she is the ultimate and originating darkness itself. Her power as a tantric goddess, and again, reread the introduction and you'll be reacquainted with the fact that Tantra is not just sexual magic or sexual spirituality. It's infinitely more than that. But as Kali is a tantric goddess, she's well acquainted with pain, with the dark, with the void. And she helps us to access that within ourselves and extract the sweet from it. To be more empowered in alignment with walking our truth, because we've been able to go into the dark sides, clear away and cut away what no longer serves, and then come back to center in alignment on our path, honoring both the active masculine and the active feminine within ourselves. So there's also this beautiful punk rock energy to Kali, and I love Alana says in the introduction, hers is the path beyond mainstream consciousness. It is sacred but alternative or fringe dwelling. and often profoundly challenging to mainstream conditioning. So Kali is so punk rock. She's such a hardcore goddess to me, but she's also the Divine Mother. She's a ferocious grace. And through destruction, she allows for us to be ultimately our truest self. And in that refinement, we are reborn. And we get to come into contact with our essence in a way that we may have lost sight of, or that we actually may have never even really touched within ourselves or understood within ourselves. So this is going to be a powerful week for you. Kali is not a shy goddess. She's not, she's not soft and demure. Kali is going to give it to you straight with love always, though. And she's going to help assist your transformation into the truest expression of yourself, whatever that looks like for you personally on your journey. So that is the theme and the energy as we move through this week. Anytime this week you feel unsure of how you're working with Kali's energy, come back to the guidebook meaning for Baglamukti, or access the pocket edition affirmation for Baglamukti. And I meant to pull that out before we started. I apologize, guys. Let me just access that. She arrests the flow of negativity, particularly that of our own making. She transforms our karma from that which hinders our joy to that which can create true happiness. As you seek refuge in her, you are protected from gossip, slander, and any form of negativity from others. A positive turning of the tide of good fortune is predicted. So it's through her protection that we are able to experience good fortune. But again, anytime that you feel confused or stuck this week in working with this deck or the pocket edition, come back to Baglamukti, because she's the guiding aspect of Kali Ma for us this week. She's guiding us through this week. She is the face of Kali Ma that is assisting us in coming to understand ourselves, our spiritual journey, and the goddess at a deeper level. If you are struggling to connect with this deck, an intensive week like this is going to help you to either break through the wall of resistance and find how you're going to work with her, or to understand that maybe it's not a deck that you use all that often, or that it's a deck you only use for very specific purposes. So that's why the week feels more intensive, right? So after watching this video, if you are participating in the journey this week, I encourage you to sit in sacred space with Kali Ma and to sit with the first portion of this week's homework. Now, the card spreads that I mention here are going to be listed in the description box below. You can line up your card spread, set out your card spread however it feels authentic for you. I just ask you to connect in with Kali's energy before you start your card work. I also really want to encourage you to journal what you pull and to read the guidebook meanings if you are using the original size edition of the Kali Oracle. The first half of this spread is a 3-card pull. Card position number 1. What are you here to teach me as a deck? That's the first question we have of the Kali Oracle. Card position number 2. How can I build my relationship with you? Card position number 3. How does Kali express herself to me through you? If you're already well acquainted with this deck and you don't need so much the getting to know you part, adapt the phrasing there to resonate more with where are we together now on our journey. Then I encourage you to give yourself a day to kind of sit after journaling, like let all of that percolate. Work with your daily draw, which will be separate to that spread. And then I would encourage you on the next day, so on Tuesday or Wednesday, to draw the second half of this first spread for this week's work. So this is like spread 1B. That's what it's going to be listed as in the description box. Can lay it out however you want. Straight line, triangle, whatever feels good for you. Card position number 1. What does Kali want me to know about my journey at this time? So now that we've connected with the Oracle, connected with Kali, we're going to see how Kali is working with us and what we are exploring with her. So card position number 1. What does Kali want me to know about my journey at this time? Card position number 2, how can I use my pain or old wounds or the stuck energy within me to allow myself to step into a time of transformation and or further authenticity? Because Kali is not afraid of pain. She uses pain as a tool. And that's what we're engaging with card position number 2. And then card position number 3 is how can I connect more authentically with Kali? This isn't so much about the Kali Oracle. This is about Kali the goddess. How can you connect with her outside of card work this week to build this relationship with her, if you both so desire? Do journaling around these 3 cards that are drawn. Give yourself time to sit with what comes through and to let all of that percolate. Then around Wednesday or Thursday, I want you to take Baglamukti out of your oracle deck, either edition, you just need this image. I want you to meditate with this card. So you will begin by starting at your inner temple, which is a place in nature where you feel the most connected to divine energy. You're going to imagine in your mind's eye that you're starting from your inner temple, and you're going to step into this card and dialogue with Baglamukti. And I want you to give yourself as much time in that journey space as you need to hear what Baglamukti has to say to you, to go where Baglamukti takes you, and then come back to your inner temple, ground your body, and then journal as you leave that meditative space. Journal about what Baglamukti had to teach you about yourself, about her energy, and about where you're at on your journey. And then on whichever day you prefer, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you will do the final spread. And I'm going to have that uploaded to the channel Thursday night for you. So you have access to that spread to prepare for that space. Then I want you to sit with the energy of these first 2 spreads as you move through the beginning of this week. You'll be at the space for the last spread as you move through to the end of the week. So this is the energy that we are working with as we move through this time of intensified connection with the Kali Oracle. It's such a powerful, powerful deck. Even in creating this little mini workshop, I have felt reaffirmed in my connection with her and really galvanized in being very present and conscious and connected to working with her through this week. So don't forget, where you can, daily draws. In the daily draw, the intention with the daily draw is what does Kali need or want you to know as you move through your day. It has been such a joy to create this little mini workshop and to connect with you in this way. There will be videos interspersed all throughout the week to help you to continue to build your connection with Kali. And now before we finish, I just like to kind of close the circle that we drew together with the goddess Kali. So for this, I want you to put your hands on your heart and close your eyes. I want you to feel in to the energy of the goddess Kali that you connected with at the beginning of this video. Now I want you to expand your awareness out farther and feel the energy or the hum of the Kali Oracle and or the pocket edition size of the Kali Oracle. What does that feel like now that you've brought awareness to building a relationship with this deck at a new level? And then with honor and gratitude to Kali Ma, feel your energy come back into your body here. What is your spirit? What is your essence? What does your light look like now as we leave this sacred space? Just bring some awareness there. Offer yourself the affirmation that you are not alone on your path. Kali Ma guides you. And that you have the strength, the willpower, and the foresight to maneuver through all the turns of life with intention, attention, and growth. We also honor in this moment the ancestors, the elements, and the Sacred Mother. And when you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes. Do a nice inhale through the nose here. Exhale through the mouth. Give yourself a few moments to journal anything that you want to carry forward from the wisdom that we accessed around Baglamukti and how she is working with you. And as always, I'm sending you much love and many blessings. I'll see you in the next video.